Tobias, first of all, what's your main impression, your general impression about the event? What's so important to exchange ideas and to meet Brazilian retailers? What's your impression?
Well, I think it's fantastic to come to Brazil, to Sao Paulo, to be part of this event, which is the leading event, not only in terms of Brazil, but one of the leading events in all of Latin America. To meet over 300 retailers and the large scale of the delegation here, it's fascinating. It's, for myself, I've made the journey, especially from Amsterdam, to be here because I think it's very valuable to understand the trends and the developments that are shaping also this region. And I hope that also today with my presentation I could share with the delegates what we see happening internationally.
Okay. Do you think is there any special recipe, a basic recipe to create a good experience for the customers, or it's more related to knowing that your customer is very there is not a general recipe for that?
I believe very strongly that the success is down to being first and foremost local, by being able to adapt and being responsive and fast and relevant to customers' needs in the locality where the store is based. That means that here in Brazil, I believe regional retailers are very well placed to capture the future because they can be quick and fast to respond to the trends that are developing, which are relevant to their consumers and their market. So I think there's a lot of parallels here in Brazil to what we see also in other markets, and I'm fascinated to find out more how that's changing the industry here.
Do you think it's especially difficult to retail sector to adapt to this new world? And you talk a lot about the personalization, that's the key in this new world. Do you think it's especially difficult to this sector to adapt? And how we can do that? We can personalize as soon as far as possible for every single customer.
Well, I think we're blessed in that retail is really on the front line, is the first point of being customer facing. So retail is where you see the trends first. It also means that we have to be the most responsive to those trends. I talked about personalization because I think in a growing globalized world where the news and the information spread so fastly, trends are moving faster, and therefore people's demand and what they require shifts increasingly fast. Which means that as a retailer we have to be very fast and very responsive in doing that. That is a universal success factor for any retailer, and those retailers within our Spar group internationally that are growing and doing well are the ones that are able to execute that consistently and with scale across numerous markets.
The slogan of the event this year is "Let's go together." And why is it so important to the sector to work together and to face the challenges together?
Well, the retail is a scale sector. It always has been. It's about coming together and leveraging our joint synergies of scale. That way we have to drive the efficiencies. If we get efficiencies, we can pass on value to the customer. That's just a simple formula of retail. You need scale and you need growth. And therefore, by uniting, yet respecting each other's independence, I think is a very strong formula for success. A formula of success on which we've built Spar on for the last 85 years, and a formula of success also for here in Brazil.
And to finish, how Spar is preparing for the future and the use of technology? We know about a lot of examples. Amazon is using it a lot, testing some experience and some new kinds of shopping. How do you preparing yourself and look into the future?
Well, we are constantly, obviously, reacting and anticipating trends and changes. You mentioned Amazon in terms of technology. I would also add another one, which would be Alibaba in China, which in terms of market capitalization is fast catching up on Amazon. And I would actually see them as also being more responsive and even faster in how they're changing and developing. So new entrants into our sector are coming from everywhere, which means that we as grocery retailers have to keep sharp and have to continue to move forward. We do that at Spar in numerous ways of, yes, investing into new channels, yes, investing into new technologies, but also reaching out and partnering where applicable with platforms where we see synergies that can be brought. I mean, technology platforms in that sense as well. So today there is no one solution. You have to trial and adapt and morph and develop yourself continuously, because if you lay down all of your hope on one channel and one technology, you may find that quickly you're actually out of date.